flight between Sydney and LA for Oceanic Flight 815 until... Now, lost on a mysterious island, the survivors have more to fear than survival itself.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You killed us all.
Nothing is real!
Namaste, thank you, and good luck.
I think your friends just blew themselves up, brother.
I just saved us all.
I've got to go, and you've got to get as far away from here as possible. Go where? Stop! I'm gonna blow the down, Tom.
Who are you people?
We're the good guys, Michael.
You push the button. That's an order.
All we really need to survive is one person who truly loves us.
Miss Whitmore, I think we found it.
This is the Lost Initiative from Sky One.
Welcome to the official UK download show for Lost Obsessives. This is the Lost Initiative from Sky One. I'm Ian Lee, and I'll be spending the next half an hour examining in great detail Episode 10, Tricia Tanaka is Dead. As always, we are nothing without you, so please email your theories to lost@sky1.co.uk.
The Lost Initiative.
Joined as always by Paul Terry, editor of Lost Magazine.
Hello!
He was drinking some water there, and Geeky Tom.
Hello.
Okay, we'll start with you, Paul. What did you make of this episode?
Last week's was obviously
rubbish.
Was a very quiet episode,
Rubbish.
a very slow-paced episode, and kind of pensive. And this one was really jolly and fun, and almost you could feel like a soundtrack of like da-da-da-da-da. It was kind of like a comedy episode. So tragedy into comedy, and then maybe somewhere very curious.
Maybe a good episode next week. Last week's was rubbish, Tom. I think we'd agree on that.
Yeah, no, absolute tosh.
Was this one
rubbish.
an improvement for you?
Well, yeah, I guess anything would have been an improvement on last week's. Watching paint dry would have been an improvement on last week's.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it a little bit. Let's. It's Hurley, a Hurley episode. A lot of Hurley fans out there.
I like Hurley.
I like Hurley. Yeah. It means you're going to get a comedy episode, which sits slightly uncomfortably with me. A lot of daddy issues again in this episode.
Yeah, some more daddy stuff. Yeah.
Now, there's more talk of Hurley being cursed as he explains to Charlie.
Desmond said I was going to die. He told me he has these flashes, visions, whatever. And in them, I always die. So this is the part where you tell me it is ridiculous. Don't be daft. He's a nutter.
I think he might be right. And I think it might be my fault.
Your fault.
I'm kind of cursed. Death finds me, dude.
Is he cursed? Do you think Paul Terry, editor of Lost Magazine?
No. Personally, do I think he's cursed? No, I don't think so. I think it's a lot of dark coincidence, but I don't think he's cursed.
What do you mean don't think he's cursed? There's a lot of people are dying around him constantly.
A meteor hit his little chicken huts, didn't it?
Or an asteroid, we're not sure.
Yeah, but is he cursed, or is it just the numbers? So he's kind of related to the numbers, but is he actually cursed?
Well,
I don't think he's cursed.
The numbers didn't buy the when the lottery did it, so...
Well, no, but maybe,
I don't...
Whisper.
I
don't know.
Did win the
I don't know what you're getting
did, yeah.
Stop leading me down dark, mysterious,
Can I just say,
inconsequential
for the record, I'm paying attention, the numbers did win the lottery. It's pretty obvious there is some kind of curse going on with him, in as much as he recaps throughout the episode. Some dude jumps out of a building, his granddad died, Tricia Tanaka dies, in the chicken shack or whatever it is it's called. There's something going on with him.
Oh yeah, I thought Tom was talking about actually him as a person, as it transferred to Hurley, or rather than just being the numbers, because now he's connected to the numbers.
I suspect we should have a recap for the numbers. Is this the first time they've popped up for a while?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, season 3 is their first proper appearance and proper discussion point, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you're right, actually.
Why has it taken so long for them to pop up?
Oh, no. When did they pop up? In?
Well, I thought it was an integral part of the show, the numbers.
No, they did pop up again, didn't they, in a few episodes ago?
Briefly, but Series 2, the whole thing was pretty much about the numbers. Series 1, a lot of it was about the numbers.
Well, I guess because, when the Swan Hatch imploded, we've not been entering the numbers for a while, so,
you're disappointed at the lack of number action, aren't you, Geeky Tom?
Well, I think for them to have a whole series about it, Series 2 about entering numbers, yes. How little we've heard about them, in Season 3.
Well, maybe there's something coming up very soon.
Well, like what?
Like what?
I can't say.
Oh,
there
I
we
can't
go.
say. He's got that look in his face. Can I just say that?
You're a broken record.
Oh yeah, because I gave you nothing last week, did I? Michael, Walt.
He goes bright red when he knows something. Paul Terry is the editor of Lost magazine, which is well worth the read. I thoroughly recommend it. When we get the free ones, we won't pay for it. That's my own. Will you give us free ones? I don't need to. But it's fair to say
You're not going to get any free ones now.
No, that's brilliant.
No, it's fair to say you have contact with people in America,
The dead, yes,
who shall remain nameless, that give you hints of what's going to happen. Now, are they giving you facts, or is it all supposition, or do you actually know what's going to happen?
No, we have to have like a rough idea about where certain things are heading. Obviously, because we work in publishing, have to work quite a way a bit ahead. So, when I say, Tom, have some faith, my friend. If you want some number action, if you want some like adventure action, just maybe wait maybe a week.
The podcast is just coming a tiny bit more exclusive now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we're getting stuff out of it.
See, well, it's when you've got like a Beretta and like a knife against my throat, and I have to.
One quick question about the magazine. Any more Sun covers coming out?
Well, Mr. Lee, you know that
because I love her.
You know that Sun figure. The action figure that I sent you that link about,
yes,
which is very photorealistic. Yeah. Maybe there's some exclusive stuff about that in the next issue, which is extremely exclusive.
Shuffles papers,
yeah, and you will get your free copy.
Okay.
So,
thank you very, very much. That is an excellent read. Back to the episode. The numbers are so people who may have joined it since it started showing on Sky may not be aware of what the numbers are. A quick recap: 6 core values of the Valenzetti equation, which is what I always
that was on the internet lost experience thing. Yeah, about the end of the world. Equation.
It's the equation that predicts when the world will end or something. It had to be entered into the Swan Hatch computer.
But it's important to note they don't know that yet. The people on the island have no idea that that's the Valenzetti equation thing. They don't know that.
Hurley heard them from Leonard, I think it was, in the mental hospital, who'd picked them up from Sam Tooney. I don't even remember who Sam Tooney was. When they were in the Navy in the Pacific, Hurley did win the lottery with them. A transmission brought Danielle to the island, and they're on all the Dharma food and medicine.
Yeah.
So that's the numbers are pretty darn integral, and hopefully, according to Paul, they'll be making a comeback. Tom, any theories on what the numbers are?
Well, they're the factors in the Valenzetti.
Apart from that, why are they so magical, though?
I don't know.
Okay, wow, that's he better snap out of this before.
Well, I love Tom loves time travel. We all love time travel. That's very cool.
We got an email. We got an email this week about, and it kind of made me think. Everything can be explained for a reason, and all that coincidence stuff. I always bash on about. Maybe it is, maybe it wasn't time travel.
We have got an email about the time travel. I'm going to sneak ahead and do this. This is from Tim. If you want to email us, it's lost@sky1.co.uk. Hi Ian, I know it's exciting, but I think you may be getting a bit carried away with the whole Desmond time travel thing. According to an interview Damon Lindelof did with Sci-Fi Wire, there is definitely no time travel in Lost. And this is a quote. I don't think we've shown anything on the show yet that has no rational explanation in the real world that we all function within. Is that how he speaks?
No, I think he'd find that quite insulting too.
We certainly hint at psychic phenomena, and things being in a place where they probably shouldn't be, but nothing is flat out impossible. There are no spaceships. There isn't any time travel.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
When was that interview?
It was with Sci-Fi Wire.
When was it?
I don't know. Okay.
You see, because Damon said, fans have been saying, okay, did it actually happen, the Desmond thing? And he's gone on record and said on the podcast, that actually happened.
Okay, well, there's more from Tim. I think the clue is the title of the episode, Flashes Before Your Eyes. This is episode 8. This is a couple of weeks ago. It's the classic thing people are supposed to see when they're about to, or think they're about to die. I've not heard that before. It's all in his head. He's become obsessed with the island, the fact that he can't get off it, and whether there was anything he could have done to avoid ending up there. He met Charlie on the island, so in his head he's projecting Charlie onto a busker he once saw. I know you won't like it, but it is another possible explanation. Oh, here we go.
Go on.
Of course, Lindelof may have changed his mind since that interview during Series 2.
Well, no, or maybe he didn't want to give it away in Series 2, which is probably the most plausible explanation.
So it is time travel then?
Well, he's gone on record and said that. We've had, Lost Time and, the thing about being enslaved by time and space, and there's like a lot of time referencing, so...
I suspect that every show of the Lost Initiative we do from now on we're going to have an argument about time travel. We've got a caller later on who I think wants to talk about time travel. Let's quickly go back to this week's episode, as we should. Very quickly, the Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack. Do we know where we've seen that before?
In his other episode about Ellie.
No. Well, we may have done. Yeah, but it sponsored the real Henry Gale's balloon.
Oh, yeah, I do know that.
Well, what is wrong with you? Will you pull your finger out of your backside and start giving us something, for goodness sake?
Have some coffee, Tom.
Come on. These 2 episodes have got me down.
I know that.
I'm losing hope.
I know.
Keep the faith, my friend.
Oh, speaking of callers of the Lost Line, as I was a few moments ago, we have our first caller. It's Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Ian.
Now, what have you got for us about Lost? We haven't got time for chitty-chatter. Let's get straight into the dirt.
Well, I've had a theory for some time that the makers of the programme are using one of the sort of conventional filmmaking techniques of flashback to throw us a complete curveball.
Okay.
And that the flashbacks aren't actually flashbacks at all, but are happening in real time.
Continue.
Yeah, interesting.
Basically, what I think is that they are kind of implanted memories, which are being implanted, so that the island is real. It's not purgatory or somebody's dream or something, but it is actually the reality, and that the flashbacks are a fabrication.
You're out of breath there, Adam. Are you doing something?
Sorry, well, no, you called me in work. And
I know it's exciting.
Running.
Oh, you're running. Sorry, I know it's exciting talking to us.
I got a little worried.
Yes. Okay.
No, I'm not.
No. Don't finish that sentence. Okay. So the flashbacks are implanted memories.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
That's interesting.
Of them being in real time.
Go on, Tom.
You've always had that little noise, haven't you? Though.
Yeah.
The noise is gone, isn't it? I think.
No, you still get the noise.
Yeah.
You still get the noise.
The vacuum
The thing
sound.
is, you see, this would explain why the island has healing properties, because, like, Locke actually can walk.
Yes.
He just thinks that he couldn't walk before.
Interesting.
It would also mean that it would explain the recurring themes, because if they're just implanted flashbacks, then you can't implant the recurring themes, obviously, and it would mean that things like the recurring things like Apollo chocolate and the oceanic plane and different characters popping up in each other's flashbacks, that could be like a limited capacity of, say, a super brain computer or something.
Well,
like
you've thrown in that phrase to try and impress me. It's not. Paul, what do you make of this nonsense that Adam is spouting?
Well, Adam, do you think that they don't know each other in real time? Then that they, as you say, they've been all implanted in each other's memories. So they've never really crossed paths at any point. It's all like a computer's invented it all, like virtual reality.
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Doesn't work.
And I think
Adam, let me interrupt. That doesn't work because they're not always aware that they've crossed over in each other's flashbacks.
That was what I was going to say.
Because a lot of the time, someone is in the background or someone walks past afterwards.
It's the POV thing, isn't it? It's from the point of view.
Yes.
So that's a little flaw, but it's an interesting idea. It's interesting.
Tom, what do you make of this?
That sound has got to mean something. It can't just mean the transition between.
You don't get that sound in Series 1.
You do.
You don't.
You do.
You don't.
You do.
You don't. It's not
hang on, no, because you've been rewatching Series 1.
I've been watching Series 1. You don't get the sound.
Really?
Well,
I don't think.
Or maybe it's subtle, really subtle.
You're getting out of here, Ian. People can check these things.
Well, people can check. I'd like you to check it and email us lost@sky1.co.uk if I'm wrong.
There we go.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Adam?
Well, the thing is that because Locke's name is John Locke,
yes,
who was obviously a philosopher who kind of philosophized on the conscious mind and said that fundamentally the mind is an empty cabinet. So I think that Jacob is Locke, and that he has been he has put himself into this experiment as this kind of great sacrifice of himself, which is why they talk about him being a great man. And
I sort of like.
Yeah, that's like a film by that. I forget the filmmaker who made Cube. He did a film about that where someone who tricked himself. He tricked his memory. I forget what it was called, but
I saw. Tom, you're looking bored.
I hate all the kind of analogies to like the philosophers. Yeah.
Okay, ignore that bit. Supposing Locke is Jacob.
We've talked about that before. We are like that, I suppose. That's all right.
We still love our Ben and Locke being brothers, don't we? We love that. Yeah.
Well, that would all work. And then the other thing is, obviously, whenever Desmond had his flashback, it was like the EMP device is what screwed up his flashback.
But how do you explain his ability?
That's why he became self-aware, and that's why he then had a prolonged flashback, which was much longer than
it was a whole episode, wasn't it? Yes.
Okay, but how do you explain that he can see the future, or appears to see the future?
It's not a watertight theory. It's just
no. I'm just. I thought I just.
Well done. He knew he was on the back hoof there, and he just said, "Do you know what, lads? You're right. I made it up. It's all a
fair play. I thought you might have an extension of it. But,
at least he can admit his failings. So I quite like that. You did well, mate. Thanks.
Listen, Adam, we've got to leave it there. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, man.
No worries.
Cheers for that. If you want to send us yours, bless him. That was you know what? Yeah, it's not that good, is it? I'll be off then. If you want to send us your theories, then email us lost@sky1.co.uk. put your phone numbers and a few of the ideas you want to talk about. Back to this episode. Hurley decides to break his curse and have a go at breaking Charlie's curse as well. Have a listen to this.
Ow! What'd you do that for?
Snap out of it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself because someone said you're gonna die. I got an idea that's gonna help us both. Now, it is dangerous. And there's a very good chance that you will die.
You're supposed to convince me to come with you?
It is. Because if you don't die, then we win.
When?
Look, I don't know about you, but things have really sucked for me lately, and I could really use a victory. So let's get one, dude. Let's get this car started. Let's look death in the face and say, whatever, man. Let's make our own luck. What do you say?
The thing of pushing the van down the hill.
The jump start, yeah.
And when they get it going, they're all like smiling and
Woohoo!
laughing.
High five!
It's just really American. Like if it was British, we'd just be like, yeah, pretty cool. What are we going to do with it now?
Charlie, it was good when he slapped Charlie. I thought,
around the face.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I liked it when he cut himself.
Yeah. Charlie's an idiot, isn't he, though, for getting in the van because he knows he's going to
I think
die.
he was testing it. Yeah, I think he was like almost. I think he might think now, like, oh, okay, Desmond's wrong because that was a blatant chance for fate or whatever to crash me into the rocks.
That van would not work. So what happened, right, is the guy, Roger died, the van tipped over, but he turned the engine off just before he died, and the battery isn't flat, and everything's it wouldn't work.
I'm more interested in Roger than any stupid old van.
That's the best thing about the episode.
The only
finding a Dharma worker, and he's a corpse, and
he was doing
what
some
was
recycling.
He doing?
Okay, well, who do we think Roger was?
A lowly Dharma chap.
I think he was just
And the road thing, that's.
Do you know what this kind of reminds me of? Like Jurassic Park when the guy drives his little van.
No, I've not seen it.
I've
not seen it.
Shut up.
I've not seen it. Why would I watch that?
Because it's got massive dinosaurs in it.
Yeah, so what?
That's awesome.
Dinosaurs are rubbish. Spaceships are much better.
You've never seen Jurassic Park?
No, I've never seen it. I've never heard Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin.
No, leave that. That's fine. But
you just taking random things and saying that you've never heard it.
I've only ever seen one episode of Friends. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, but that's all right as well. But make sure this weekend you watch Jurassic Park.
Right, anyway, I've not seen Jurassic Park, no. Why has no one come to find Roger and bury him? That's a bit suspicious. Maybe something happened that killed everyone.
Yeah, no, that worked.
I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
You're making this really difficult by not saying very much. So what you need to do is if I ask you a question, even if it's a rubbish question, some of them are, just say something.
All right, I'm trying. Give me one then. Hit me.
How long do you think he's been there for?
Ooh, about 20 years.
That's
good. That's good. Coffee's kicking in.
The song that is played is Shambhala by Three Dog Night. From 1973.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
I love their B-side.
Do you not know who Three Dog Night are?
No.
Oh, I do. Danny Hutton.
Yeah.
Danny Hutton's in. It's absolutely true. Danny Hutton's in Three Dog Night. Brian Wilson wrote a song for them, and then the Beach Boys.
Who's Brian Wilson? Who's Danny Hutton?
Whoa. Sorry.
What?
Right, clip this. This is my new ringtone. Can you just say who's Brian Wilson?
He's Brian Wilson.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Help me out here.
But seriously, who's Danny Hutton?
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know
from Three Dog Night. They're a real band.
But is he actually gone on to being anything else that I would know of?
Well, he's in Three Dog Night.
Right.
They had a hit, but I can't think what it was. Anyway, the song is...
Who are they? I want to know who they are now. You can't just talk about it and then not tell me.
Google it.
Shambhala, the name of the song, is in Tibetan Buddhism. It's a mystical kingdom. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, go on.
It's a mystical kingdom hidden in the Himalayas, up a mountain. Now, we looked at the map. Tom, there's the map.
Yep.
What were you telling us about that map?
Yeah, you said yourself.
Here we go. This is your bit. You can shine now, Tom. Away you go. Shine.
I was looking at the contours of the map,
yes.
And as they get smaller, the lines, it means it's a rise in altitude. And the map denotes a mountain, if you look at it, and the road coming up, it goes all swirly because it's going up a hill, ain't it?
See, if you were my geography teacher, I would have done well.
But wait, it's the best bit. Right at the top, there seems to be some kind of a Dharma bunker.
What? No.
There's a logo. There's a Dharma logo. Have a look at that. What's that logo? Do you
know what it is? It's like a mountain layer. You know, like all the Bond villains having like their volcano.
A mountain.
I tell you what.
Well, hang on. Sorry, hang on. A mountain
layer.
A mountain layer.
Yeah.
Okay, he said layer. He meant layer.
There's actually something else on the map. Have you seen it?
That's one of my hairs.
No. Like the Dharma logo.
Yeah.
But can you see what's next to the Dharma logo? Like it's a blueprint of actually like a schematic of the building.
And that looks like a baby's head.
Yeah, it does.
It does though, with a little ear.
God, that's got.
If you fold it down the middle, you can make it smile.
If you look carefully in that scene, in the van, I don't know if you spotted this.
Right.
You can see a document headed with Ho Alu Lahui. which is a Hawaiian phrase, which can be translated in a variety of ways, including raise a nation, grow a species, or my favourite is nation building.
Nice.
We're back to that fertility, baby making.
Zoology and...
Why is it Hawaiian?
Yeah. It's the language.
But why is
They film it in Hawaii.
Oh, that's the mean.
It's where they film it.
It's just a mistake.
Yeah, it's filmed in Hawaii.
No, because it's an island, isn't it? So it might well be in the same Pacific realm as, Hawaii, etc. So maybe there's a scientist who came there from around the area.
Quite a big clue about the position of the island.
It's filmed in Hawaii.
Maybe.
We've got an email. That's where they film it. From David Grime, who says, my theory is...
Oh, that's a great name.
It is a good name, Grime. My theory is that once that Jack has helped Ben back to recovery after his surgery, he will go back to the island with the brainwashing mechanism. He will then be attached to it like Carl was and brainwashed into thinking he is one of the others. Jack will then replace one of the others, and the person he replaces will be allowed to leave the island and go home like Juliet wants to. I think this is how the others are there, and it goes around in a cycle. Does anyone want to tell David Grime he talks out of his bum?
David Grime, you talk out of your bum.
Paul?
Tom got there first.
Yeah, OK, well done. Well, let's go on to an email from someone who's got an even better name than Grime. It's Mr. Christopher. I don't know why I like that.
I quite like that.
But Christopher,
Ben's cousin.
Christopher spelt with a K, no PH, an F. I'm sure you'll remember the skeletons... Oh, OK. I'm sure you remember the skeletons that Charlie, Locke, Jack and Kate all found in the caves back in Season 1. And that they knew one was female, one male. Well, here's the idea I've come up with. Since we know that time travel appears to be possible for certain people, what if the two skeletons are actually Kate and Sawyer's, or maybe Juliet and Jack's? It's possible that all of them had a flash to the future, but they just didn't realise. Now, can I say that the caller we've got on the Lost Line a little bit later on, who's emailed me privately, has an interesting theory about the corpses?
I'll wait till then, but I've got something on that.
Oh, really? OK,
Yeah.
well, we'll chat to the caller a bit later on.
Yeah.
Now, Kate's in this one. It's good to see everyone back in this episode. That was a good thing.
I love that about this episode.
It felt really weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just seeing everybody.
But they've managed to... That episode balanced it really well. There was some side stuff, some Kate, some Sawyer, went round all the
There was also
team.
some... Is it the others? There's a bit of Paolo action.
That was great. That was really good.
It was good when he pulled her jeans back.
I think his finger got stuck. No, I think that was...
Is it the others? Are the others here?
What do you make of the stuff going on between Kate and Sawyer? I'm a bit bored of that. I don't want a love story.
I know, it's totally turned around. They were all really at each other's throats, and then suddenly they're best mates again.
No, they're not.
But they were for a bit, and then they had another fight.
They had a little moment about the little house on the prairie bit, but then at the end of the episode, you can see that there's that massive division because he looks around.
Well, she calls him Sawyer again rather than James.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I think that's great because I think that after they slept together, there was an obvious way the show could have gone. They could have stayed being the happy couple.
You know
and blah,
what?
blah, blah.
I don't care about
the
those
divisions
two
happen
anymore.
again.
I don't care about. They could cut those guys out.
You
of the
will
show.
care when you find out that Kate is expecting Sawyer's baby.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
That's going to happen.
Really?
I'm going to click my thumbs. Right, and why is Kate so determined to rescue Jack? She goes a little bit high and might. Why didn't she just leave Sawyer on his own earlier on and say, "So you go off, I'm going to go back and get."
Why did they have to have a fight about it? It's like, you're right. Yeah, Sawyer, you go back to the camp. Yeah, you're quite selfish in that. I'll go and save.
Well, she pretty much does though. Once they get back to the beach camp, she literally goes to. She gets changed. She gets a knapsack. She gets a torch.
But I would have gone straight to Locke. He's handy with a rifle.
Yeah. Lock and side and say, "Come on, fellas, let's go."
I think she seemed quite resentful. Yeah. They didn't.
She does go and find someone though.
Good segue.
What are you doing here?
I came to ask for your help.
To do what?
I'm heading to the others' camp, and if I'm going to find it, I need someone who knows the island.
What makes you think I have an interest in helping you?
Because they had me, and they would have never let me go. Probably would have killed me if I hadn't escaped. And the girl will help me escape. She was about 16 years old. And her name was Alex. I'm pretty sure that she's your daughter.
This isn't the first time we've seen Rousseau this series, is it?
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where does she go? What does she do? I'm getting really annoyed with her now.
No, we know where she lives.
Where?
She lives near the cable, didn't she? In the beach.
But no, she blew that up.
Not the cable.
Yeah, she set the trap on.
Oh, the base she blew, her little camp.
Where'd she go? She's wanders off.
She's resourceful, man.
Surely we're going to get a Rousseau flashback, aren't we, at some point?
I'll tell you what,
awesome.
there'll be letters of complaint from me to J.J. Abrams. We don't get an episode of Rousseau.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Now, why is Danielle... She doesn't really look for Alex before at all. She just goes around going, I want Alex. But she doesn't go look for Alex,
I know,
does she?
She's got a gun. She knows where the others camping. She must have seen Alex before.
But let's face it, she is pretty crackers. She's not very stable. 1 minute she's, helping them, talking about Ben, and he's one of them, but then she's off doing something else. So she's not a very trustworthy character, I don't think. She's very, very unbalanced.
Even though, because Claire mentions Alex, maybe not by name, but she mentions a 16-year-old girl helping her in the maternity leave episode.
That's it. They go back and then she freaks out the fact that she found nothing. She says, I didn't find what I was looking for. So.
Locke tells Kate that he knows what direction to go in to find their cat.
That was...
because of the lift up your eyes and look north inscription on Mr. Echo's stick. Tom?
But the
great thing about that is the fact that, Locke says it with a smile, like, that's where we know where to look, and Saeed completely takes the mickey out of him, but then Locke goes, yeah, that's right, that's exactly what I'm doing. So Locke's faith in the island has gone a little bit, it's gone...
Is this Locke's spiritual connection with the island, and he knows...
He's all trusting now of everything, even like sticking a stick in the ground, which is a stretch.
Maybe it's because I just haven't seen Locke for a while. Maybe...
Could see Locke. I want to see an episode where it's just...
I'm loving the Locke.
I want to see Locke and Desmond having an episode on their own.
Yeah.
Well, what do we got? We got Saeed, man of action. We got Locke, awesome always, and they've met with Kate and Rousseau right at the end of the episode, and they're going to go and try and find Jack. So, what possibly could we have next week?
We've got
a nice combo.
I know what we've got right now. It's another caller on the Lost line. It's Leon. Hello, Leon.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. What have you got for us? A better episode than last week, wasn't it?
Definitely. It had a feel-good feeling to it, this episode. I had a smile on my face all the way through.
Oh, Leon.
Well, someone's happy. Now, you've got a theory about Desmond, haven't you?
Desmond, yeah. I believe that Desmond left a letter for Penny back in the past. The time machine. I'll send you the picture of the time machine in the background.
Oh, yeah, this is a picture. But going back to... I think the time travel thing is going to go on and on and on. In the Desmond episode, episode 8... Leon sent me a picture where when you see Charlie busking, if you look in the shop behind him, there's a big green engine.
I went to look at that again, and you're right, there's a big green fuselage.
With two freaky dudes standing in the window.
2 women, actually.
Is one a woman?
Yeah. But I seem to think that Desmond left a note for Penny in the past, asking her if he went missing at any time, get her dad's money to set up a station to search for a magnetic pulse around the southwest Pacific.
I think that's a good theory.
It's good, isn't it? So do you think that Desmond is constantly going back to that period in time, or did he do it in episode 8 but we didn't see it?
I think he's going back and forth. We just haven't seen everything yet.
Now listen, we had an email earlier on, from Mr. Christopher, who says that the two skeletons we saw in Series 1 could be Kate and Sawyer.
No, they're not. They're Penny and
Desmond is what you're saying, isn't it?
Penny and Desmond.
Now listen,
the pebbles.
he sent me an email on this, and tell us why, Leon, because this is a brilliant theory.
In Desmond's episode, he's laying in the paint. Yeah, you're familiar with that one?
Yeah, I'm with you.
At the bottom of his feet, there's a table with 2 pebbles on it, and they're the same 2 pebbles that were in the skeleton's hands in the caves.
Genius.
That's good, huh? Tom, are you even vaguely impressed by the pebbles?
Right. I'm just a bit weirded out by your relation with Leon here. You seem to be best mates.
No, not best mates. He sends me emails and nudie pictures, which I don't condone. I don't really want that. But carry on, Leon. Give us one thing you've spotted from this episode. The best one you've got.
Okay, Hurley's mother said she needed needs. And she started playing with that Jesus thing.
No, right. Yes, no. I see where you're going with that, Leon. We're going to cut you off now. Thank you.
Cheers, very
yes, yes. No, that was. We won't even explain that.
Hey, that was weird.
Yeah. If you've got theories, you can send them to us at lost@sky1.co.uk. Be prepared though. If they're rubbish, I will tear them apart.
Can we start vetting the people?
Yes. Tom, thanks very much.
That's all right. Oh, I thought you were going to do sum up like the world in one sentence.
I was about to.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Go on.
Can you sum up the world in one sentence? Or just this episode?
Well, I think that everyone should take away from this episode. Forget about all that hope rubbish. Look at the van, at that map, and the guy called Roger, because that's vastly more interesting than anything else that was going on.
Paul, thanks for joining me today. What did you get from this episode?
Do you want me to mention the Adam and Eve thing instead? Because it's really good.
Oh, yeah, go on.
There you go. Sorry, I'll use this little slot to say, in Entertainment Weekly, US Mag, Damon Lindelof talks about those 2 corpses.
Oh, yes.
He said that, well spotted, to someone who said, are they important? He said they're massively important. They were there to seed something way down the line in the show for Lost, but obviously they can only reveal things at certain points. So
I've heard that,
I think so we should really... I want to go back and watch it and really study it and work out,
You don't see much.
No, but the conversation about it, what they could be and how long they've been there, and, I like the time travel thing Leon said, that's really cool.
And the pebbles, you said. Yeah. Pebbles, you said. I forgot they had the pebbles in the pocket.
That's huge. I can't believe Tommy didn't, lose it when he said that.
It's good, but I don't know, I think I'd be a bit disappointed if it is Penny and Desmond.
Yeah, you got to be somewhere else, have you, Tom? You've got to go and watch Heroes or something after this.
He's going to go and buy some jeans, you see.
Anyway, episode 11 of Lost is Sunday, 10 p.m, Sky 1. Then it's repeated the following Wednesday at 10 p.m, and then again on Sky 2 on Friday at 9 p.m. Loads of good stuff on the Sky 1 website to keep you going until then, so have a look, sky1.co.uk/lost. We'll be back next week to take a look at episode 11 called Enter 77. I'm Iain Lee, and until then, namaste.
The Lost Initiative is a co-ink production for Sky One.